Under the shade of the Bodhi tree, Buddha sat, his serene gaze fixed on the infinite horizon. A soft breeze carried the whispers of nature. As disciples gathered around, their hearts seeking solace in his words. "My children," Buddha spoke, his voice like water flowing over smooth stones. "The roots of suffering run deep within human desires." He paused, his hands folded in quiet reflection. As the disciples leaned closer, anticipating his wisdom, "Desires fuel the flames of attachment," Buddha continued, "binding your soul to fleeting joys and inevitable sorrow. Let us explore their essence." The monk's hands fidgeted as if grasping something invisible yet burdensome. The Buddha noticed his unease and beckoned the monk closer with a kind smile. "The villagers prayed to the gods for rain," Buddha explained, their pleas rising with the sun, their faith unwavering. One farmer among them, however, embraced the drought's reality. "Blessed One," the monk began, his voice trembling, "my thoughts are a tempest, they rage and refuse to settle, leaving me restless." He nourished his soul, not his field. The disciples murmured in wonder, the story igniting questions within their minds. "Master, what did the farmer achieve?" Another asked. "The farmer achieved liberation," Buddha replied, his voice steady, for he sought not abundance but harmony with life's impermanence. "Success lies here." His eyes glimmered as he continued, "My children, the middle way bridges indulgence and deprivation, guiding us toward balance and peace." The disciples sat in silence, contemplating his profound words. As Buddha closed his eyes briefly, "To find the middle way," Buddha advised, "you must first recognize suffering's source within desire's grasp. No, we let it be, allowing time and stillness to restore its clarity." The monk's expression softened, a flicker of understanding glimmering in his eyes. "Consider Mara, the tempter," he said, "who sought my downfall beneath this very tree, manifesting every desire's illusion." He recounted Mara's attempts to disrupt his meditation, describing the demon's seductive powers. "Mara brought visions of wealth and pleasure," Buddha revealed, "but I saw through these shadows and embraced impermanence. Thus, enlightenment found me." The disciples looked upon Buddha with awe, their souls reaching toward his luminous wisdom. "Master, how can we resist Mara's illusions?" One inquired. "Resist not," Buddha advised gently, "but observe without attachment. Recognize their fleeting nature and let them dissolve like mist in sunlight." His response stirred their spirits, inviting them to explore their own temptations and fears. "The middle way reveals truth," Buddha assured, "when hearts surrender to impermanence. The breath," the Buddha continued, "anchors us in the present moment, where neither the shadows of the past nor fears of the future dwell." He opened his eyes, his gaze sweeping over the assembly. Compassion seeds hope within the barren soil. He shared another tale, drawing from the depths of his soul's journeys. "Once, I encountered a man consumed by vengeance," Buddha recounted, his wrath clouding reason, his heart heavy with grief. The disciples listened intently, their breaths hushed in anticipation of the story's conclusion. "The man sought revenge against those who wronged him," Buddha explained, "but found his soul burdened with suffering instead. His hatred chained him." Buddha paused, allowing the weight of his words to sink into the disciples' hearts before revealing the story's resolution. "I urged him to release his anger," Buddha continued, "to forgive and embrace compassion. Slowly, he began healing, his soul finding peace." His voice resonated with truth, as the disciples absorbed the power of forgiveness and compassion to counter suffering's grip. Buddha leaned forward slightly, his gaze encompassing the gathered disciples. "Anger mirrors desire," he said, "binding your soul to suffering's shadow. Let go, and your spirit will soar." His teachings revealed paths previously hidden, their hearts opening to new dimensions of understanding. He rose from his seat beneath the Bodhi tree, his movements deliberate and graceful, symbolizing the lessons he imparted. My children, Buddha addressed his disciples. Life flows like a river, ever-changing, yet constant in its journey toward the ocean of truth. The river encounters obstacles, Buddha said, yet adapts, carving paths through stone. Embrace this adaptability, for balance emerges through acceptance. He gestured toward the horizon, where the sun began to set, painting the skies with hues of crimson and gold. Our time beneath this tree concludes, Buddha announced, his voice gentle yet commanding. Carry my teachings beyond these woods, for others seek the light. The disciples bowed in reverence, their hearts filled with gratitude and determination to spread his message. The middle way, Buddha emphasized once more, illuminates paths to success without suffering. Let compassion and mindfulness guide each step. As darkness enveloped the forest, his disciples departed, their spirits alight with purpose and the eternal wisdom of their master. Buddha remained beneath the Bodhi tree, reflecting upon the moments shared and the seeds sown in his disciples' hearts. The night embraced him, its silence profound, as his teachings resonated beyond the boundaries of time and space, inspiring generations yet to come. Another day dawned, golden rays piercing through the dense forest where Buddha sat, his disciples gathering around him in silent reverence. His presence radiated peace, his gaze steady as he observed the awakening world. My children, Buddha spoke, the path ahead is illuminated by purpose, yet strewn with challenges requiring unwavering resolve. But it is your steps that carry you through. The sun began to set, its golden light filtering through the trees, painting the grove in hues of amber and crimson. The disciples returned to their resting place, their hearts filled with gratitude and resolve. The Buddha sat once more beneath the Bodhi tree, his presence a beacon of peace in the gathering dusk. The young monk approached him, bowing deeply, his voice steady and clear. "Thank you, Blessed One," he said. "Master," one disciple asked, "what sustained the merchant despite his hardships?" Buddha replied, his purpose was rooted in compassion. His trade served others, alleviating their burdens despite his own suffering. The disciples pondered this deeply, their minds expanding with understanding. Buddha shifted his position beneath the tree, his movements graceful and deliberate, preparing for his next revelation. The disciples settled for the night, their minds quiet, their hearts at peace, and the Buddha, the enlightened one, sat beneath the stars, a silent guardian of the teachings that would guide generations to come. Another day, another sun rising above the distant hills, its rays embracing the grove where the Buddha often taught. Disciples gathered beneath the shade of the banyan tree, their hearts eager to absorb the wisdom of the Blessed One. His words resonated, igniting determination within the disciples. He continued explaining, delving into the intricacies of each step of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right view, Buddha said, means seeing life as it is, free from illusions and desires that distort the mind. His clarity brought enlightenment, guiding his disciples toward truth. Buddha elaborated, right intention involves cultivating thoughts of kindness, harmlessness, and renunciation. For intentions shape actions and create pathways to harmony. The disciples nodded, absorbing his wisdom. Right speech, Buddha added, requires words that inspire truth, healing, and encouragement. Avoiding harm and deceit, he paused briefly, allowing his words to settle within their hearts. Right action entails refraining from harm, embracing compassion and altruism to uplift others and oneself, Buddha explained. The disciples internalized his guidance, their resolve strengthened by his profound teachings. Blessed One, he said, his voice strained, it pains my hand. The longer I hold it, the more it hurts. The Buddha nodded, his expression serene yet filled with compassion. To hold on to anger is to suffer, not because of the wrong committed, but because of the burden you carry. Right effort, Buddha instructed, entails abandoning harmful thoughts while cultivating wholesome ones. Investing energy in mindfulness and self-growth. The disciples listened intently, cherishing each word. Forgiveness is not for the one who wronged you but for your own liberation. The elder monk's hand loosened, and the pebble slipped from his grasp, landing softly on the earth. Right concentration, Buddha concluded, focuses the mind on serenity, transcending distractions through meditation. The disciples sat in stillness, the weight of his wisdom settling deeply within their souls. The Buddha leaned closer, his voice low and profound. Bhikkhu, forgiveness is the act of letting go. Buddha shared another tale, illustrating his teachings further. Once, I witnessed a potter shaping clay, he narrated, his hands guiding formless matter into vessels of purpose. She was consumed by grief, seeking any means to bring her child back to life, the Buddha recounted. I asked her to bring me a mustard seed from a household untouched by death. He smiled softly, imparting his teachings. The Noble Eightfold Path mirrors this craft, shaping life's chaos into purpose and fulfillment. Through this, she understood that suffering touches all beings. Her grief turned to wisdom, and she released the anguish that had bound her heart. My challenges stemmed from desires, fears, and illusions, Buddha said, his voice steady, yet balance revealed liberation within impermanence. His words resonated like ripples across still waters, stirring clarity within their hearts. Master, another asked, how can we inspire others to walk this path? Lead by example, Buddha advised, his gaze warm. Live the teachings authentically, allowing kindness and truth to inspire change in others. The disciples bowed respectfully, their hearts renewed by his wisdom. So must you shed the burdens of your heart. A young disciple raised his hand, his voice curious yet hesitant. Every soul is worthy, he affirmed. Worthiness lies in intention and effort, not privilege or perfection. His words dissolved doubts, instilling strength within their spirits. As dusk descended, Buddha gathered his disciples closer. The Noble Eightfold Path unfolds gradually, he reminded them. Patience reveals its rewards, nurturing balance and peace within life's constant flux. He smiled briefly, his expression serene. Remember my teachings, my children, and carry them beyond these woods to guide others. The disciples bowed deeply, their hearts filled with gratitude, their spirits alight with purpose. Buddha watched as they departed, their journeys intersecting with his wisdom. Let us walk, he said, and carry these lessons with us. Step by step, the disciples followed, their footsteps soft on the earth, their minds attuned to the rhythm of their breath. Another day began, the air filled with the sound of rustling leaves and distant birdsong. As Buddha sat in meditation, his disciples approached in reverence, forming a circle around him, their hearts eager to hear his wisdom. Forgiveness is not a destination but a path. Each step brings you closer to freedom. He gestured toward the horizon, his hands steady, as the golden sunlight illuminated his expression. Let me tell you a story, Buddha said, of a young woman burdened by sorrow, seeking peace beyond her grasp. The disciples listened intently, drawn into the unfolding tale. This woman, Kisa Gautami, held her child close, Buddha began, only to lose him to death's unyielding embrace. Her grief consumed her. The forest seemed to echo with stillness. As the weight of the story touched each disciple's heart, she sought help, desperate to restore life to her son. Buddha continued. Kisa approached me, Buddha said, her face etched with tears, begging me to perform a miracle to return her child. His gaze swept over his disciples, ensuring their understanding of the pain woven into the tale. I told her to bring a mustard seed, Buddha said. The mustard seed, he explained, must come from a household untouched by death. Where no loved one had been lost, the disciples exchanged glances. Sensing the profound lesson within Buddha's request to the grieving woman, she visited every home in her village, Buddha said. Each door she knocked upon revealed a story of loss, Buddha continued. A father, a mother, a sibling taken by death. His voice remained calm, though its depth resonated with the shared human experience of impermanence. At last, Kisa returned to me, Buddha said. Disciples followed close behind, their footsteps soft upon the earth, their minds open to the teachings awaiting them. They stopped by a young sapling, bent under the weight of a fallen branch, its leaves wilting in the shadow. Master, one disciple asked, how does compassion relieve suffering? Compassion, Buddha answered, connects us, allowing shared burdens to become lighter and suffering to dissolve in the light of understanding. His words resonated deeply, illuminating paths within their hearts that remained unseen before. But when the burden is lifted, it begins again, reaching anew toward the sun. The disciples watched as the sapling straightened slowly, its leaves fluttering in the breeze, a silent testament to resilience. Master, one asked, how do we guide others toward liberation? Offer truth, Buddha said, without imposing it, guiding gently, and allowing wisdom to arise naturally within their hearts. The disciples nodded, their spirits aligning with the masterful simplicity of his teachings. Buddha leaned forward slightly, his gaze tender yet piercing. To carry this legacy forward, he said, walk the Noble Eightfold Path with humility, sharing its light with those who seek it. He shared another story, drawing from the depths of his compassionate soul. Once, I encountered a king consumed by desires, Buddha began. The king sought wealth and power, Buddha continued, believing they would shield him from suffering and grant him lasting joy. The disciples followed his tale attentively, their minds visualizing the prideful ruler and his troubled spirit. The disciples exchanged glances, their hearts touched by the Buddha's words. Their fears easing like the dissipating morning mist, the Buddha began walking once more. His steps deliberate, his presence a beacon of calm and purpose. The disciples leaned closer, eager to learn the wisdom Buddha had shared with the ruler. The king confessed, Buddha said. He sought peace, Buddha revealed, yet confused it with possessions, failing to see that peace comes not from accumulation but from release. His words pierced the air, like arrows, striking the hearts of his disciples with unerring precision. Master, one asked, how can we find peace? Release attachments, Buddha said, and embrace impermanence. For clinging to transient things binds the soul to cycles of suffering. The disciples absorbed his guidance, their understanding deepening with each word spoken by their revered teacher. Buddha rose slowly, his movements deliberate and graceful. The time draws near, Buddha said, for us to part ways. But my teachings remain, woven into the fabric of truth. His disciples bowed deeply, their hearts heavy with reverence yet lightened by the clarity of his wisdom. Master, one asked, what final lesson shall we carry with us? Buddha smiled softly, his eyes reflecting the vastness of his enlightenment. Strive diligently, he said, for liberation, embracing compassion and mindfulness, and sowing seeds of peace wherever your path unfolds. His words echoed through the grove, resonating with timeless significance. Angulimala's transformation teaches us that no matter how far one strays, the path remains open to those who seek it, the Buddha said. Sujata's eyes glistened with tears, her heart moved by the tale of renewal and redemption. Night descended gently upon the world. The teachings of the Buddha continue to ripple through time and space, guiding countless souls toward balance, peace, and purpose. His presence, though no longer physical, endured as an eternal flame of wisdom, illuminating paths toward success without suffering for all who sought it. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.